Good afternoon, YouTube. This is your girl, Black and Indigenous American, and it is September the 9th, a day after Labor Day, 2015. And it's been a long time since I've created a video in my home office or computer room or whatever you want to call it. I just been really busy, and like many of you, things change in your lives, and um, you have new beginnings and more challenges that you have to deal with in life. And great new relationships and not so great relationships that'll end or eventually will end. And so 2015 has definitely been a really rewarding as well as stressful year thus far. Um, as far as rewarding, I would say I've met some great people. Um, when you have friends in high school or maybe even college, and you just tend to, you kind of grow apart. And it's not like you've had any arguments per se or anything like that. It's just you grow apart. I am almost 35 years old and I don't have kids. And a lot of my friends have kids, and some of them going to middle school now, others in high school, and those that had kids when they were really, really young, their kids are already grown. But the friends that I pretty much hung out with, their kids are either middle school or elementary school. So they're pretty much busy. And so I've learned over the years that you cherish the time you have with people, depending on whatever likes or dislikes you both share. And I've also learned that I don't expect friends I've had forever to do what I like and be in the places that I like to be in, because they have other responsibilities like being parents. So the past few months I've met new people, but I've actually developed great relationships with people, and they are pretty much on the same page with me, and I just gravitate more to them because whatever stage in life they're in, it pretty much is aligned with where I'm at now in my life. So, for instance, I have I call her my sister because she's like a sister, and we pretty much are on the same page when it comes to our Native identity and our Black identity. We both are very much um, passionate about both cultures, pretty much both ethnicities, and it's refreshing. It's refreshing when you actually can um, bond with someone like that, depending on the stage of life you're in. And she has a son, but he's not a young little boy. He's practically almost an adult, and so that makes hanging out easier than if you have a friend with the younger kids. And that's fine. Like I said, everyone is in their own phase of life, and so sometimes you tend to grow apart. Um, I mean, thank God for social media, because if it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't have met not even 90% of the people I've met in the past few years, and I probably wouldn't be in any kind of contact whatsoever with former friends or friends that you're close with, but everyone's doing their own thing. And before you know it, it's been 2, 3 years since the last time you've seen them. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now when it comes to like friendship, relationships, and stuff like that. Um, as far as powwows and stuff like that, I've been going to um, a huge amount of powwows, and I've been learning more and more about different people, not necessarily the style of dance or the style of drumming or anything like that, but now being that I'm kind of connected with people that's very much involved. I'm learning, like I said in my last video, bad habits, great singing versus okay singing versus not so great singing. Same thing with dancing, people's personalities, which people to stay away from, which people you want in your circle. Um, so I've gotten a taste of that. And and right now I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Like, many people want me to dance, of course. I've said this before in videos, as far as in full regalia, and I'm just not there yet. I don't even know if I ever will be there yet. I've been researching genealogy, all of this stuff, learning from observation, learning from other people's experiences, and they're telling me their experiences. And when it comes to dancing, I would rather not dance in full regalia. I would rather get a shawl and go out doing intertribals, or in particular like traditional powwows, which is not competitive. I pretty much gravitate more to those powwows than competition. I'm not knocking competition powwows, but I get more out of the traditional powwows, and I would feel more comfortable dancing there. Um, there was a powwow at Georgetown University, and I went there, and it's kind of weird because you had you had dances in full regalia, and there might have been maybe 10 to 15 dancers there in full regalia. And I just remember when the MC, he pretty much was walking around. He was like, "Come on, everybody, get up, let's dance." And see, my friend and I, we're kind of like sitting there, like, "No, we're not dancing. We're just observing." And then next thing I know, when he was like, "Okay, intertribal, you don't have to be in regalia. You don't have to, have a shawl. Just get out here. All of my natives out there sitting down. Come on out." Next thing I knew, my friend was like, "Come on, let's go." I'm like, "I'm not getting out there." She was like, "Come on, come on, come on, let's go." And it wasn't because of peer pressure. I felt like, okay, I feel like I should be getting out there. So when I got up there was drummers that got out there. They had their drumming sticks. Because sometimes you'll see drummers, if they feel the pull to get in a circle, they'll get out there and dance with their drumsticks, and a lot of the natives, they were already sitting there kind of watching the ones in full regalia. They all got up, including me, and it's hard to explain it, but when I got out there and we started to dance, I just felt like I'm part of the family. Does that make sense? Like, no judgment, no nothing, just like I was part of the family when I got out there. And it was kind of like people that like, one of my friends actually took a picture of me and another friend when we were in the circle. Like, that's how much of a big deal it was for a lot of people that do dance and are very much active in, not only in powwows, but just in their tribal community altogether. And they were like, "Wow, they finally got up in there and they finally got in a circle. Bravo, about time, right?" So, yeah, that pretty much has been what I've been doing. Like I said, spending a lot of time with friends. This year, I felt like was a year, a catching up year, just catching up for lost time. Um, Rearranging my schedule to accommodate weekends, because when you're hanging with people that powwow and they going to all these powwows every weekend, there's a powwow during the summer, it's very, very busy. So I had to learn how to rearrange my schedule to accommodate the time on the weekends to spend with friends, and to just really get immersed in um, that part of the culture. Okay, so I'm coming up with part 2 in a moment, so stay tight. Bye bye.